Let's go over to email, for example, and see if there's any confirmations. So, not yet. Oh, there it is. Okay. There is, oh yes, there we go. So it has come through. It has been sent on behalf of IT Comms. So that is definitely by design. And that means that if I replied to it, the reply is going to go back to the shared mailbox. Cool. And it's gone to the distribution group. So that was how I got it. Let's go check Teams. So where do we send it to? We went to, we sent it to, well, okay, first of all, it sends a copy of the message to the campaign team. So we get to see that there. Oh no, that was my draft from earlier. Okay. It sends it to, we sent it to the change management channel. So there it is. Arrived just a minute ago. There's our message as it appeared in the preview that we had earlier. And there was another place that we sent that. I forget where, but I mean, that's the example. The other place that we're going to check is the SharePoint sites. So let's go and see what happened. Now, this is a page that does need a refresh before we see it. It's a new news post, so I expect it to appear here in the news web part. So I don't have to do anything special to make it appear on the page. What happens? Refresh. Not yet, huh? Well, look, I mean, yesterday when I was playing around with Amplify, the something is changing post was something there. And we know that SharePoint takes a little while for search to pop up. But I do want to go in just here and find that page and just confirm that it has arrived. So we can go into site contents, which you shouldn't have to do, but this is just me looking under the covers. Site pages, new Teams is now available. So it is a news post and it should appear as yesterday's one did in the news area on the homepage. Eventually it will, I guess. Something else to consider as it's making its way through to SharePoint is that if you are aggregating news like this in a web part, and maybe you're doing it further up in your site structure, that if you're publishing this to multiple sites, this is where it gets a bit funny for me. It's a copy of the message into multiple sites. And if you are aggregating those sites as sources of news, you could see the same message appear a couple of times in that aggregation. Where else would we see that? In Viva Connections. If you are a member of each of those sites and you're part of the audience, you're going to see perhaps that message as a copy a couple of times in Viva Connections. We'll see what that looks like, but let's just refresh this again and see if it's come through. No, not yet. Well, there is another site that I wanted to check, and that was the Modern Work Mentor intranet homepage. No, not yet. But it's actually shown me the example from yesterday. I published this first test page, or first test publication, to the Way We Work site and the Modern Work site, and you can see it's already appearing twice in this aggregated view of news across my organization. And if I went a bit further down, here's the Way We Work, the Viva Connections feed. If I skip along a bit, there it is the second time. So it's from Way We Work. Yeah, so you got to look out for that. Might take a bit of planning to make sure that it's going to audiences and that it's not going to double up and appear too many times in various different places, but it's going to take some planning, all right. Okay, so we have sent out a message. We've gone through quite a process here in terms of how to use Amplify. There is another feature that we need to look at, and that is, we've had a look at our message, overview. Let's get back to overview and refresh this because we have published it. So it should update the status. Okay, published today. We've got already just a quick indication that it has been viewed by one person. And let's just go and view it from a couple of other people. We've got Matt. Matt, can you see the message? Go into Teams. Matt saw it in change management. Matt likes the message. Matt replies, good work. Let's also go in as Laura. Maybe go into Outlook. She reads the message. Let's see what happens when she forwards it. I think there's a concept of promoting the message. It's a metric that you'll see. So let's promote it to Elizabeth. Yeah, Elizabeth Swan. I created my demo users based on Pirates of the Caribbean in the early days. So let's send that off. Okay, so maybe this is going to appear as Elizabeth, as the message being promoted. Elizabeth's already actually had it sent to her, so I don't know if that's going to count. We've got, what else have we got? Well, there's something else that we see here is that new Teams is now available. So this is a confirmation from, well, it says from Viva Amplify. Because Laura is a team member, she's getting that message to say, hey, you're part of the team and you might want to know that one of our publications has been sent out. Laura can also see this from, let's say, product launch, I think it was the other one that I sent it to. There it is. So Laura's going to give a surprised face. There was some interesting things I found when I was experimenting with this last night, where I chose a different emoticon. I think I chose like an angry face, and I wanted to see, is that going to appear as positive, negative, or neutral? And it came through as neutral for some reason. So let's see what a surprise face comes through as. Okay, so we have read the message from a few people. I guess I could take a screenshot of this for you as well to show you what it looks like on the phone, but note to self, IT comms, right. Yeah, that'll do. Gives you an idea of what it looks like, at least, anyway. Okay, so that's on the phone. Metrics.